Companies want to hire qualified and talented people to help their business succeed. Consider these 5 best practices for your employment screening program to help ensure compliance with laws and provide a fair and balanced review of an applicant's background. Number 1, create a background screening policy. An important element of a comprehensive background check program is to start with a written policy. Think of it as insurance. It outlines your company's background screening procedures, helps reduce legal and compliance risks, and provides guidelines for enforcing hiring standards. It's also wise to seek legal guidance to create that written policy. Number 2, comply with legal guidelines. There are federal, state, and local laws that impact the employment screening process. The primary component is compliance with the Fair Credit Reporting Act, or FCRA. It regulates background screening and outlines procedures employers must follow when obtaining and using consumer reports. There are other important laws that include items such as the Americans with Disabilities Act, Ban the Box, credit reports, E-Verify, and social media. In addition to federal laws, various states or local governments have enacted separate and/or additional laws and regulations that govern employment screening and background checks. Be sure to check appropriate state agencies and other resources to obtain that specific information. Number 3, be consistent. All applicants applying for the same job should undergo identical background checks. However, different jobs may require different screening. For example, you could run a motor vehicle report for a position that requires driving, but you may not need to run one for those in an office position. To make it easy, consider dividing jobs into categories and then develop position-specific searches that fit those jobs. This will help you be consistent and protect against discrimination. Number 4, establish criteria to evaluate background check results. Determine the standards that will either qualify or disqualify your applicants and eliminate judgmental decisions to remain consistent when analyzing those results. Examine each case individually. The Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, or EEOC, advises employees who use criminal background history to consider the green factors to determine eligibility. Those green factors are nature and gravity of the crime, the time elapsed since the conviction, and the nature of the job being sought. Ultimately, a hiring decision should come down to how the criminal history relates to the job or responsibilities in question. By having a written position description and a strong screening policy, you can make conscious, informed decisions regarding your applicants and employees. Number 5, conduct regular screening program audits. Changes in legislations do occur, and new laws are enacted that impact the employment screening process. You should periodically review your program to make sure you identify any gaps in your process and make updates if needed. You must also be sure to keep information about job applicants and your employees confidential. Keep it secure and make sure that it is private. Being proactive, monitoring legislation, and continuously updating screening policies helps better your company to be consistent and in compliance with all applicable laws and guidance pertaining to the hiring process.